I just want to start out by thanking Chris and Steve for last night. I wasn't able to thank you through a speech. I appreciate that last night.
Same time next year.
What's that?
Same time next year.
All right, sounds good. And then thanking Trent and Lori for all that they've offered to us this week. It's been great to us. And Lowell and Maggie for everything else. It's been a long, enduring week, but we made it to the day. So. Matt made me cut my speech down to about 45 minutes, so hope you have a long drink ready for you. So, I just want to start off by saying I don't really feel I'm qualified to be the best man here. There's one more better than us. That's a 1992 Chevy Blazer, red and silver. For those of you that don't know Matt, he ran that thing into the ground. I wish I could give a speech just about the Blazer, but turns out he's getting married, so I'll take the pace of the Blazer tonight. So I met Hoosman. I stop saying that. He's a Hoosman to me. So I met Hoosman in kindergarten. Yeah. Yep. Yep. It turned out he had a little black market candy scheme going. Behind the large slide, he had 2-for-1 Twinkies, jelly, gummy worms. If you needed it, he had it. And I kind of had a hankering for cherry sour, so I was told to meet Matt behind the big slide. So ever since that, I knew he's a good guy. He could always get me a good deal on my cherry sour. So ever since then, we've been great friends. We made it all the way to senior year of college together. So it's been a long ride. I mean, like I said, I could go on for hours about this guy, but I'll keep it short and sweet. After hearing all the speeches last night at the rehearsal dinner, everybody emphasized, how kind he is, great friend, romantic. He's gonna be a great husband. And so I just wanted to fill you in a little bit of the things I think Hoosman has to offer for his children, which I assume you probably have. First off, your child will probably be a social butterfly. In high school, I think he had the first cell phone out of all of us. He had this Nokia, and I swear to God, he had it for 10 years. I don't know. But Hoosman was known as kind of the high school hotline. If you needed something to, what was going down on the weekends, you called Matt. It was complete inner city. All the schools, didn't matter what school you're at. Hoosman was go-to guy, and I remember a couple times he had dropped his cell phone in the urinal. One of it flew out of a car. I mean, it made it through, but on those weeks it was terrible. We didn't know what to do. I mean, Hoosman didn't have a phone. We didn't know what we were doing. So, and if you do have a boy, he's definitely going to be in touch with his feminine side. Which is a great thing. It's a great thing. The reason I say that is when we were up at school at Bozeman, I remember walking around the corner, and I looked into Matt's room, and he's sitting on his bed. He's in his boxers, and he always wore this Labrador Retriever sweater. It was the ugliest thing, but it was just the standard, Hoosman lounging sweater. Anyway, and he's sewing his jeans. He had a rip in his crotch in his jeans, watching the Reba show. I saw that as I walked in, and I looked in. But this happened multiple times. I don't know what it was, but this has happened multiple times. So maybe this is a way of cooling down or something, but I don't know. So, the next thing, the child is definitely going to be good at N64 games. Me and Tommy were talking. We always remember who's going to invite us over to his house. We play WCW versus the World. Oh, versus NWO, okay. And you never really knew the moves, and Matt wasn't going to tell you. But he was going to win, and that was his way of winning. You never knew, I was talking with Tommy, you never knew you could choose different characters, or you had all these moves, but he sure knew there was plenty of other things, so he kind of swindled us on that. But, And the last thing, well, I mean, there's plenty more, but what I'm going to touch on, there's a possibility that Hoosman's child might have some sort of speech condition. For the you that don't know Hoosman, we call these the Hoosmanisms. I'm going to touch on my favorite one. This is simply what it was said. I gay. That's what now gives the story behind it. Whenever Hoosman gets really worked up about something, he gets so excited, he just really wants to say it and just gets jumbled up. So we were on our way to look at Bose and me and Tommy and Hoosman and our moms, and there was this scale in the convenience store we stopped at, and you put a quarter in or something, and me and Tyler were in the car, and Hoosman comes back, he's all riled up, and he says, "I gay!" And what he really meant to say was, "Guess how much I weigh." So, gay is spelled G-E-I-G-H. So, and there's a couple more. I'll let Tommy touch on that if he wants to talk, but yeah, that was confusing at first. But, we obviously know that that's not the case. So. But, you know, like I said, I can go on for hours, but, I mean, you're my best friend, man. I can always talk to you through all the tough times, the good times. You're always there for me. I'm glad I could be here to share this day with you. You guys are an awesome couple. And one other thing to note, I talked to Tommy, and he said, "Oh yeah, Hoosman's got this girlfriend." I said, "Well, what's she like?" "It's like a female Hoosman." That's pretty good match. I'm thinking a girl riding in the '92 Blazer, you know, listen to all the rap music and everything back in the day. But I'm very happy for you. It's very touching to see the ceremony down there. Both of us very happy, and everybody's happy to be here to support you. So that's about all I have. I do have a PS. My PS is the two greatest professional wrestlers of all time are Stone Cold Steve Austin and the Heartbreak Kid.